All right. Wife's asleep, kids are asleep. I fell asleep when I brought my kids to bed, but I'm awake again now, so let's play some video games. My name is Natchan Smith, and today we're playing Timberborn. Welcome back to Beaverome. In this episode, we are going to build a new district here. We have prepared the layer or the level where we want to have this lake to be filled up to. That was not a sentence, never mind. You know what I mean. And I want to start to build something. Now, we also tested if we could make a fountain where the water would shoot up and not just, trickle down over the edges in the last episode. And that didn't work, but we had a comment regarding this fountain, and I'm gonna try something again during this episode. We'll see if it fails or not. And also I think we need to make the lake even smaller because I need more space to build stuff. So smaller in terms of, visually, because I want to keep the amount of water as high as possible, the possible amount of stored water, that is. So we'll do some overhangs here. But first things first, I want to start by building storage here so that our guys can work faster, and then we'll decide if we do the district separation right now or if we do that later on. Probably later on, I don't know yet. Yeah, first things first, let's find space for some building material storage, and that's gonna be a time lapse, obviously. Okay, so storage area is done. I built 2 warehouses for dirt now. We'll see if we need that. Maybe we'll change one to treated planks later on or something. We'll see. Okay, now, actually, I think I'll build the test thing for the fountain next to see if that works. We'll hopefully get to test that in the next wet season. So the idea is to, do the same, basically the same thing, connect all our water sources that we have here to one outlet, but the difference is that the shape for the outlet needs to be, well, at least that's the theory, needs to be a pyramid of some sorts. So am I just going to get rid of this mountain here? Or do we want that as a feature? I don't think we need to preserve that, right? Or do we? Okay, let's build it somewhere else. Where is our main water thingy going over there? That's this one. Hold on, let me figure that out for a minute. You know what? I'm just gonna test this over here. We have all those water pipes. Where basically we have everything is coming together to one good water pipe, which goes over there, to the other lake. So that's this one. Everything merges into this one. So if we take, let's say, this side here and place a sluice here and build our structure over there, we can then close this and open this and redirect the water over here. So I'm gonna build that now in a time lapse, of course. Oh, hold on. Just noticed that the scale is not even close to be big enough. So, no, redo it. Oh, yeah, well, wet season is here and we're not even close to finishing this. I may have over, you know, I may have gone over what's reasonable regarding the size here, but never mind, I'm not just gonna stick to this and test this probably in the next wet season then. Oh, come on, how are you? Yeah, I'm gonna sort that out and, well, probably a time skip till this is finished. Hold on, in the meantime I have done some work here on this, on our mountain range, so that those parts here are going to be hidden finally. Yeah, that was just while waiting for stuff here to happen. Okay, now gonna rescue this guy, and then I'll be back with you when this is fully built. This is the target height here. This will be the exit for the water, where the water hopefully will come out. Yeah, be right back. Big lag. Oh, remember when we talked about the giant waterfall when this thing is overflowing? Maybe, just maybe, we'll get to see that. Maybe not. 0.4 days? No, I don't think. Oh yes, there we go. Giant waterfall filling the other lake. Oh, it looks quite nice actually. Water will be gone in a minute because right now the overflow system is open, where actually the bad water will go out of the map, because that's connected below ground here, but never mind. This looks quite nice. And it'll stop in a second. So yeah, I think, yeah, we're losing the water here right now. Because we needed to divert the bad water, well, the bad water pipe here. Because this was going right through this thing. So now, yeah, now we should be able to close that again so that the bad water will only go where it should go. Hold on, what did I do now? Remove the path. Build something here. Yeah, I think we can also get rid of this impermeable floor, build something here, and then we'll be fine again. And over there we need to close it as well. And then this also needs to be closed, obviously. This and that. Yeah, and so now only the bad water from those water sources will go here and then out of the map again. And this thing for the good water is connected over there. Once we decide to open this sluice and close the other one. Oh, still going, even though we are already in a dry season. Well, no, it's going away now. Okay. I'm gonna keep on working on this thing here. Okay, now just wait till they've built that. Okay, so that's done now. And in 7.6 days we can hopefully test it. Right. In the meantime, let's do some work on our new district. I think we'll need more space for growing crops. We probably want to have grilled potatoes and grilled chestnuts. Yeah, the water-based plants, don't know if we can do them, and sunflower seeds. So yeah, I'm gonna play around a little bit in the time-lapse, and I'll yeah, make a pause and talk about it in a minute. Okay, well, so I've planned some things here. As you can see, we probably need a, pond here for irrigation, because this lake, I don't know if that's ever going to be full. I've also extended the surface area here so that we have more space for building and planting, but I try to leave that hollow beneath it so that the lake can store more water. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We'll see. Hold on. In 0.1 days we have the next wet season, so I'm gonna close this sluice and open this one. And we'll see if that works. So my hope is that we'll have water coming out here and not just trickling out, shoot out here. We'll see if that works or not. Did I unpause? Yeah. There we go. So let's check if the water flow is correct. Okay, water is rising and it's going in here, as it should be, and it should not go over there. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So now this small pyramid thing is going to fill up, and then we'll see if the pressure is high enough in here so that this works as intended. If it does not, then there is still a chance that it doesn't work, because we have only one pipe feeding in here. But that should be pressurized, so I'm not sure. If this doesn't work, then I'll give up on it, probably. But you, well, feel free to tell me if that would work if we didn't have just one pipe going in here, or and instead of that have, all the water sources in the pyramid area. But, well, let's wait a couple of seconds here and then we'll see if it works or not. More than a couple of seconds, this needs to fill up. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, probably ×1 speed so that we can, see it in quote-unquote real time. Obviously this has to happen during the night. Well, gonna lower the speed when we're there, so I don't think this is going to work. ×1 speed now. This is just going to trickle on the left and right. Yeah, well, I mean, it looks nice though, but that's not what I wanted. I mean, maybe it will. Yeah, okay, hold on. The thing is increasing. I guess the strength. Okay, triple speed. Let's see if that gets more impressive or not. Becomes more impressive. Pretty sure it won't. Oh no, what a waste of time. Damn it. Come on. Yeah, well, no. Unfortunate. I'm not gonna dismantle this. Maybe you have... Whoops, sorry, hit the microphone. Maybe you have some ideas in the comments below. I'm not gonna I don't think I want to rip everything up and place this structure on top of the water sources. I don't even know if we have enough water sources here to make that work. Gonna redirect the water to the other lake again. Hold on, where's the sluice? Open this, close this. Now this stops, yeah, and water should be pushed out down here. Yeah, shame. Okay, tell me in the comments below if you have an idea how to get, you know, how to make that work. And if we can't, then, well, then I'm just gonna dismantle it again. Okay, so we'll have potatoes here. As we can see, the irrigation doesn't spread far enough, so I need another irrigation thing. Well, should have placed it somewhere else then, right? What about... I should have placed it over here. Gonna redo that again. No, it won't. That won't be enough. If I place this over here, then we'd get this area, maybe a bit more here, but we'd still have some not green land here. Yeah, I'm just gonna expand it. Probably over here, so don't fill this up. Okay, well, time lapse again. Okay, you know what? I gotta go to bed. I'll continue playing this probably not tomorrow, but the day after that. And obviously for you, it will still be the same episode. So, see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back, and I've just read another comment regarding water throughput through tunnels. And the question is if we have already tested what happens when you have a tunnel where the water then drops down. Because as we have established, water dropping down by, you know, over one edge has a maximum of 2.2 cms, I think. So what could happen here, in our case, is that we have all the water from the water sources. This water source puts water here, this water source puts water here, this one puts it here as well. Everything's nice, this one puts it over there. And I think that's the last one, puts it also over there. So there's a lot of pressure in here, which means the water should flow really fast and we should get a lot of water through. But then over there, we have a drop down. The water drops down on over this edge. Can I show you that any better? I don't think so, actually. Can I zoom in here? Whoop. Well, not really. Okay, gotta do it like this. So yeah, water flows here and then drops down by one tile over this edge here behind the sluice, this one, and then goes in this reservoir, or, you know, pyramid shaped thingy. So if the water is restricted to 2.2 cms on this tile, then everything back there is, I don't know, wasted maybe. So we'll try to change that for hopefully this wet season. Can we test that? What we need to do is, hold on, let me think. We'll need to close this one thing, obviously. So remove the double platform. I cannot do that because that's okay. We'll have a bit of spilling here. Never mind. Remove this double platform. Put a bit of dirt in there. And then we need to open this up. Because if I put it in here in a straight line, we'll have the same problem again. So I need to spread this out probably. I'm not even sure if that's going to work. Let's do even that. And then, yeah, we'll also need to close. Hold on. Then we'd have, yeah, I'd still also need to fill in those bits down there, and then we'll have more edges. And if that changes something, how the water works in the pyramid shape, then we know that we have a kind of success here. So highest priority on all those things. I want to test that in this wet season. Okay, let's go. Yeah, flooding now, I know. Oh no, yeah, okay. It was the end of the wet season, not the beginning of the wet season, so never mind. We'll test that in 20 days. Great. Still gonna build it now though. So get rid of those things because this needs to be... Actually, I want to get rid of the edges completely, so we'll just fill the lowest bits here with water. No, then I don't know if the changing of the pyramid does the thing or if it's the changing of the shape. If I do this, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edges where the water can flow down. Can we increase that further? I think we can. I can remove this and that, right? 5 edges where the water can flow down. So that's plus 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Hold on. We can do that even better. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 edges where the water can flow down. Hold on, we can do even better. Anyway, that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 edges now. Okay, whatever. We'll test that. And now I need to close everything here. This looks awful now, but that's just to figure out if, you know, the drop over the edge here was, well, inhibiting the throughput rate, or lowering the throughput rate words. Right, back to this district here, or not yet a district. So this will be potatoes. Why are you not building this? Oh, you can't, because that's weirdly shaped. Yeah, the arrows are the wrong way around. Okay. I can't remember the shape, never mind. So potatoes over here. Let's do sunflower seeds over here maybe. Yeah. Which means we'll need irrigation pit thingies again. I'm just gonna assume that that's where I need to put them. Probably not. Yeah, well, you know what? Time lapse again, obviously. Okay, well, quick catch up, or let me talk through what I did here. We have now finished building those 3 warehouses that we started. Well, for you it was this episode, for me it was another day, never mind. Those are 4 baked potatoes. What? Yeah, grilled potatoes, sunflower seeds, and grilled chestnuts. We'll do grilled chestnuts or chestnuts over there, I guess. I have now also started to plan, you know, a water tank here, because this will be separated into another district. We have 3 grills. No idea if 3 is enough or not enough. I don't want to do the math. For the potatoes over here, we'll have sunflowers over here with some nice hidden warehouses. Well, more or less hidden. Maybe I'm gonna put some houses on that. We'll need space for housing. Yeah, that's probably the next thing I'll do, is to separate this district. But first I want to get water in here. Yeah, that's basically it. We're also extending the surface area here a little bit for chestnut planting. Not sure if I'm gonna do that today though. And that's about it, what this was about. A lot of abouts. Why is this mine flooded? How long has this been flooded? We do have enough scrap metal, I don't care for now. So yeah, let's up the priority for this thing so that we can start to separate districts, and then we'll see how much housing we need. Whoop, autosave lag here. Right, so we'll jump ahead. Nah, we'll do it. Okay, we'll see. Maybe this is a time lapse, maybe this is a we'll jump ahead to when this is built here. And then we'll carry on with building housing. I'm gonna up the priority though. Okay, so water is already brought here, 319 units of water. That should do the trick. Yeah, can I now separate the districts? We do have storage for building materials. We do have storage for the food that is produced here. Well, they don't get other food right now. That's okay, that's just how it is. And we have water. Okay, just gonna do it. Let's pause the game. I'm going to demolish this because this is going to be the district crossing. Then that's probably not the most ideal way here. Let's do something else. Rest should be fine. This thing is still connected to Beaverome, that's okay. We could have done that from above. Never mind. Okay, so this district does not have a district center yet. Where shall we put that? How about... Oh, we still have a connection over here. Yeah, okay. Oh, of course. Get rid of that. I'm gonna put it here, I guess temporarily. I'm not sure where I want to build my houses. I think I want to put my houses here. I'm just gonna place it down here for now, and we'll see. So this is now a new district. We'll name that, I don't know, later. Let's migrate some starting population here. From Beaverome to District 7, let's just do 10 beavers. 20. How many jobs? That's not updated. Okay, we have 22 jobs here, but we need... Yeah, we need haulers for that. What's your problem? That's not... Oh yeah, we need haulers. Okay. Not a big deal. Hauling post. I'll do the hauling post here. I'll do the hauling post and the builder's hut here. I think that's okay. So we'll need to get rid of those things as well. With the highest priority actually. And those jobs should also have the highest priority. And now this should have the highest priority. And maybe the district crossing as well. If everything has the highest priority, nothing has. Right, this is connected again. We do not need... Oh, that's the storage, and here the stairs up, so that was weird. Gonna do something else here. Okay, come on, builders. Builder's hut is done. Now hauling post is also done. You'll have 10 workers some when in the future. High priority now, okay. Right, so we have builders, we have haulers. Do we need a second district crossing here for this connection? Not sure. Probably not. Can't get all required materials because we can't import dynamite. Is that what's the problem? Whatever. We can now import dynamite. And we should probably start to build houses, right? So 44 people or jobs right now. So let's start to plan houses here. Okay, stairs up, path connection. And now the grills should be reachable again in a minute. We'll need extract over here, just a tiny bit. Well, maybe we need more than a tiny bit, but we'll start with this bit of extract here. Okay, detonate this, detonate that. If I didn't miscalculate, then we should be able to build houses here now. 1 triple lodge, 2 triple lodges. Let's see. Stairs up here means we need to remove... Actually, I'm gonna do a time lapse again. Me talking through every single button click is probably not interesting. Okay, move the district center here. Let's see. I'm gonna name this thing Charybdis. Charybdis for now, because that's the name of this more ancient Greek monster Leviathan thing. If you come up with a better name or fitting name, please write it down in the comments below. Okay, I have not enough beds, obviously, because that's just a few houses here, so we'll have to do some more. And that's what I'm going to do, but hold on. This is the perfect spot for a rooftop terrace now. With, I don't know, heat grindstone, sure, because that's fun. Okay, so a couple of more houses. No, that's weird. Oh, we'll see how it looks. Oh, okay, dry season ended, so forget everything else. We'll test if the changes that we did here actually, well, changed something. regarding the throughput of this channel, and well, the result will be positive if this is more than a trickle down. So open this, close this, and let's see what happens. Where's the water? There we go. Oh, we're probably, yeah, okay. We're losing some CMS here from this thing, but shouldn't affect this rate, right? Maybe. I mean, does this mean that this is under the highest pressure when we have those, you know, diagonal lines? Or maybe it just means that the tile is completely full, right? Yeah. I do have a feeling though that this is moving faster than it was before, right? Looking at the graphics alone, this looks like it's moving way faster, which would change everything. I mean, all the aqueduct stuff everywhere, I probably would have to take a look at that again. Look at that, that's almost full already, and it only has been 1 day. Let's see. Well, maybe I was wrong, because that's not looking any different than we had it before. I don't know, guys. How can I find that out? Okay, I think we can test that over here. This drops down and this drops down, but if I fill this up and we're not losing, you know, height over here, and then we'll purposely lose height over there. Yeah, I don't know if I can explain what I mean without building it first. So let's build that, and this will be the last test. If that doesn't bring, you know, more information to the surface, then feel free to do your own tests. I don't know anymore. Okay, well, great. This will not be obviously too much of a task to be built in this wet season again. Basically what this does is I have, well, filled up everything here so that the channel for our main water, or for the good water, if we close this, then everything goes in this direction and goes over there. So that the channel is on the same height everywhere here till this point. We have one stream gauge before the sluice, so we can find out if a sluice changes anything. Then we have another stream gauge after the sluice. Then we have our drop by one tile, one edge down there. And there is the next stream gauge. Could have built that over there actually. Never mind. So this means we should find out if the sluice changes the pressure of the throughput of the pipe, and if the drop here over the edge does it as well. So yeah, unpause, and again, this will probably not be done in this wet season, so it's more waiting. Great. Remember when I said never mind, we have the flooded mine. Yeah, I guess it is a problem. The water is coming out in ancient Greece out of this tunnel. Oh, I did hit this. Well, this should be an impermeable floor, shouldn't it? And that has the utmost priority. And that should sort the problem. Obviously now everything has to dry up here. How many times have I flooded ancient Greece now? Maybe I should rename it Atlantis. Great. But problem solved. Next dry season is incoming in 2.8 days, so that won't be ready. But I really wanna know the outcome and get this in this episode, but it's getting late again. Oh boy. You had to wait a long time for this episode. I'm really sorry. Let's do summer housing over here, even though we have more than enough housing right now. But we've prepared this area, so I wanna use it. Okay, that's just, I don't know, maybe some farmers live here, or... That's too many houses for farmers, I don't know. Replant some sunflowers. How far can you reach till over there? This is probably not irrigated when this water goes down, but never mind. Okay, well, this is not yet finished, but oh, hold on, it is finished now. So if I didn't mess up, then with this thing we should be able... Hold on, it's not yet finished. Can you not reach this? I just didn't change the priority for the most important things. Stream gauges. Can you reach this now? I think so. We'll find out. Yeah. Yeah, I think the beavers can build through everything except dirt. Okay, so now this is built, and we'll just have to wait almost 13 more days till we can test it again. And that's exactly what we are going to do. Okay, 0.4 days, let's get ready for this. So we want to close this here now. And have this open. So water from all those water sources should go through there. We have our stream gauges. Currently everything's at 0, obviously. Right. Again, test will be the water sources, the good water will be pushed in this one pipe here. We are not losing, or we're not going down one tile, so we're not going over an edge with the water in there. Hold on. If I didn't miss anything, but I think I'm right with that. Yes. Then we can test the throughput here. Then there is a sluice and a bend. I hope the band doesn't do anything. Then we have another stream gauge. And then we have a drop down by 1 tile, so the water goes over 1 edge. Then we have another stream gauge, and we'll see if we are losing throughput because of this edge. Because as we've established, water only 2.2 CMS go through over one edge. So right now here we are at 1.5. It's lower here. Well, I guess it needs to be filled up before we can say anything. Okay, let's see. 0.7, 0.8. Wow, why is that so low? Okay, no, now we're speeding up. Okay, let me pause at 3.1 here, 2.2 here, 2.4 down there. I don't get it. Why is this more than we have up here? Let's see. I mean, I'm already... I think it's already weird that we only have... that we have less than 3 CMS over here. That's going down to 2.2. This could be because of the bend. I don't know. Yeah, because of the drop. I mean, it's stopping at 2.2. We can't get more water out here, that's why it's only 2.2. What if I open this now so water can flow in both directions? Now it's going way quicker. Guys, I don't know. I mean, we're again at 2. No, we're at 2 CMS here now. 1.7, 1.6, and the rest is going out here. This doesn't look like it's less than we had before. I think, you know, a 1 tile wide pipe is... maybe that's the problem. What if I close this again now? Now this goes up to more than 3, but it, you know, it settles at 2.2-ish, I think. And I think, yeah, the problem with my testing is that if the water is at 2.2 below here, it can't be, you know, it can't be quicker up there because it has to flow away before the rest can go after it, right? That's why we're seeing this to be at the same thing everywhere. I mean, the water is definitely moving here way slower than when I open this now. See? So there is pressure building up here or something. But it has to be released for it to actually do something. So I really don't know what to take from this. I cannot reproduce the fountain thing, at least with my setup. Maybe it would work if I had a bigger, you know, pipe. Maybe that's the problem, that I can't get more throughput through one pipe. Really don't know. If you have any ideas, please tell me in the comments below. I mean, if you have a really good suggestion and it's not too difficult to implement here, because this every time it takes really long in real life, you know, waiting for a whole season, building stuff. So if you have a good idea and it doesn't take too long, then I'm willing to try one more thing. But I think, yeah, well, you'd probably have to do another test setup, because that's weird with all the extra stuff going on. Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is now definitely the end of this episode. We have managed to test some stuff with not very great results. I mean, maybe we are more, you know, smarter than before. Maybe not, don't know. But we've also built this district, which now produces baked potatoes and sunflower seeds. Let's see, how many do we have? Yeah, we are up to 4.8k grilled potatoes. Sunflower seeds are going down really fast. Maybe we need a third farmhouse for the sunflower seeds. Interesting. Okay, yeah. As always, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to write down comments below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, suggestions, everything, you know the drill. And while you're there, please hit that like and subscribe buttons. That would really help a ton. And I will see you in the next episode. Until then, have a good one. Bye bye.